I'm Shirakawa from Oak Transport. Thank you for having me again today.
Thank you for having me. The other day, I had a chance to see the maintenance of the horse transport trucks, and there were all sorts of people, like some who did it after work, or others who came in on their days off. They were saying things like, the amount of maintenance work has decreased compared to the past. I heard that's because you, President, let them do it along with inspections so the drivers can rest, though it depends on the season. What's your philosophy or the rule regarding that maintenance? How does it work?
Well, unlike route delivery, it's hard to calculate payroll, and it's a two-person operation, making it a job where it's difficult to track actual working hours. Since it's a two-person operation, the time on duty is long. But in terms of actual working hours, it's not that there's no overtime, but it's usually less than 10 hours a month.
Oh, is that so really?
In terms of overtime hours, that is.
Alright, I see.
Whether it's a busy period or not, it's usually around that much. Since they aren't driving half the time, that counts as break time. However, they are still on duty, and fatigue builds up. After returning to headquarters before they head out for the next run, I really want them to refresh and get in good physical condition before departing. Otherwise, it could lead to accidents and various risks would increase. Because it's hard to track, settling overtime hours was something we couldn't do well.
Right, okay.
Well, it might not sound great, but we've introduced a fixed overtime allowance. Actual working hours almost never reach that limit. However, behind the scenes, as you mentioned, Yamanaka-san, it's a common thing for drivers or maybe for craftsmen, even if it is not requested as work, sometimes they get worried or just really love doing it.
Yes, I understand, okay.
They often come to work on the trucks even on their days off, especially if they're in charge.
I heard a story about one person who comes in on their day off just to wax the truck.
If it's to prevent issues on the next run, like replacing a part that's about to fail, I can understand that. But if they do it as a hobby and get injured on company grounds while working on the trucks, it gets quite complicated.
True. An injury on the premises, even if it's outside of working hours.
It could be seen as unpaid overtime, and while we quietly allow it, some do it for work, while others do it purely as a hobby.
But for people who love working on them, that's just how it is, right?
Yes.
It becomes a question of whether it meets the criteria for workers' comp or not.
Well, it's tricky, but hobby-like things wouldn't qualify. It depends on the facts. It's a real gray area, so the outcome could go either way.
So you'd rather they didn't do it themselves?
That's right, basically. That's definitely part of it, and I also felt it just wasn't right to have them doing unpaid overtime, especially when the company can't even properly track what's being done. Like I said, I want them to be in good physical shape before they head out on their next run. So, if a professional can handle it, like a repair shop or a dealer, then let's have them take care of it.
And that's why you're outsourcing more often now.
Exactly. Also, the parts we use, like the equipment inside the horse trailers, have become more durable. We're using things with longer lifespans now. The way things are built has changed too, so some tasks we do ourselves can be finished much faster, and there are even things that don't need fixing at all anymore. We've been making improvements with the big picture in mind. And also because technology has advanced so much. No matter how much maintenance knowledge or hands-on experience you have, vehicle technology and design are always evolving and changing. Even professional mechanics at dealerships have to carefully read the manuals every time something new comes out, and sometimes they still do not fully understand it. They have to take additional training courses and learn as they go, so it is just not really feasible for us. We're not professionals in that field. In fact, for most things now, you can't even tell what's wrong without a computer diagnostic. So many components are linked to the computer system, especially anything related to the actual driving mechanics. We can usually handle small consumables and basic replacements ourselves, but when the technology is getting difficult even for the pros, there's really no need for us to force it. It's just a waste of valuable working hours. Honestly, I'd rather they spend that time with their families, since they're away so much for work. For all those reasons, we've been steadily improving things in that area.
You're currently making internal training videos, right? About maintenance. The ones you're uploading now, like oil changes and cylinder replacements, are things you'll keep doing yourselves, so you're documenting them for the team.
That's right. Now, if you ask if they shouldn't touch the vehicles at all, well, if they don't touch them enough, they won't have the basic knowledge. It's a problem if the truck stops mid-run and they have no clue why. There are plenty of cargo drivers like that, especially the veterans from the era where you earned more the more you drove. They hate stopping because it means they're not earning. People who have experience fixing things themselves to keep them running are definitely different, aren't they?
So for Oyanso going forward, that's the goal?
Right. I want them to gain some basic knowledge through their own experience and by actually doing the work themselves, taking on tasks that are not too laborious, not too risky, and not too overwhelming if they have the chance, except when things get busy. But lately, I've been thinking that there are actually more things we simply can't do ourselves without the help of a professional. But then there's the issue of whether professionals will do it. Everywhere is short-staffed, and with work-style reforms, they won't do it for you. You ask for an inspection, and they say they can't. People used to think that was impossible, but now it's becoming normal. They say they're fully booked and can't do it. Considering that, it comes back to us, and the work we have to do ourselves increases. As I mentioned in another episode, positions that can only be filled by people with experience here will emerge.
That's true.
Thinking something is absolutely impossible is a risk in itself. If you have flexibility and see the potential in people and how work might change, there's no such thing as an unnecessary person.
So for maintenance at Oyanso, the idea is to have them gain basic knowledge, and if they're interested, they can study other areas on their own.
Yes, exactly, because they've gained that basic knowledge. They start to realize things like, oh, this kind of trouble can happen at this time, or that was the cause of this, or it's because I didn't do that properly. Once they understand that, it starts to get interesting. Some people will naturally develop a thirst for knowledge and try to learn more. I want them to learn the minimum required, and if that leads to them learning more and being able to do more, then that's for the better. That's the idea.
I actually got really interested after seeing the maintenance work. I thought it looked interesting.
It's all about the company's philosophy. For example, if a company replaces trucks every 3 years, even though they have a 10-year lifespan, they hardly need any maintenance knowledge.
The new ones?
Since they just keep replacing them.
But that's not the case here.
So, basic knowledge actually becomes absolutely necessary. Like I said about maintenance earlier, if we could fix this ourselves, even if it broke down midway. We could have kept going, but because we can't do that anymore. There are cases where we get stuck because of something so simple, and those situations are starting to happen.
That's a tough one.
Parts that used to be so easy to handle, like, wait, they're made like this now? Well, even now, I think people on site and those in management, probably nearly 100% of Japanese pros, feel this way. It's about the nuts, the bolts that hold the wheel on the tire.
Oh, right.
Those became the global standard, didn't they?
Oh, really?
The JAS standards, GIS standards.
Yes.
How many years ago was it? Maybe about 10 years ago. That changed into a common sense that was previously unthinkable. Because this is the standard, Japan said, do it this way.
I see.
Whether it's a typical Japanese political thing, giving in to foreign pressure, I'm not really sure, but...
Right.
As a result, unlike passenger cars, they travel long distances.
Long distances.
The load is different, and the weight is different too. Usually, with any screw, you turn it right to tighten it, turn it left to loosen it. On trucks until now, relative to the direction of travel, the rear side, generally, if you turn it to the right, it tightens, right? But on trucks, the direction you turn them is different for the right and left sides.
Oh, I see. In the past.
Yes, but they went and made those new global standard ones. Except for really old vehicles, those kinds of trucks don't exist anymore. But the exact same malfunctions are occurring. Whether it's a car or a truck, you have front tires and rear tires, right?
Yes.
In the case of Japanese roads, it's a left turn culture, isn't it? So the rear tire on the far left takes the most strain. Naturally, that affects the wheel too.
Right.
The reason is the difference in turning radius.
There is that.
And the grip makes a sharp turn, so it's the most...
Oh, I see what you mean.
It takes the most strain. That's why most wheel detachment accidents happen at that spot.
I see. So when you change tires, you rotate their positions? Is that how it works?
Oh, exactly. Because the way tires wear down varies depending on the position.
I see. That makes sense.
This is also why, with a bit of prior knowledge, you can probably develop further. But really, regarding maintenance, the past trends based on mindset, and future trends, possible trends, are The possibility of sending it in but getting it sent back is increasing.
Oh, that's scary.
Technically, the number of troubles will decrease, but I think the fact that the number of times they'll accept the work will decrease even more might take precedence.
Let me think.
So I think we'll have no choice but to do it in-house. I guess that's about it.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. At Ohe Transport, we are currently looking for drivers. For details, please check the recruitment site or corporate site in the description. And if you're interested, please apply.